I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you solution of a multiple choice question based on related rate of change. Now this is a very common test problem. I'd like you to pause the video, try it out, and then look into my suggestions. The question here is, a student 6 feet tall walks directly away from a 18 feet lamppost at a rate of 8 feet per second. How fast is the tip of her shadow moving along the ground when she is 100 feet from the lamppost? Right, so that's the question for you. So let us sketch the scenario first. Okay, so here we have a lamppost which is 18 feet above the ground, and let's say and that is how the rays are coming, and there is a student which is walking. So we'll make this triangle. These two lines are parallel, right? And these are right angles. So we have similar triangles, correct? So such situations, we know we are working with similar triangles. Okay, let's label. We have this lamppost which is 18 feet. So I'm just writing 18 feet here. And okay, 6 feet tall student. So this is 6 feet. Let's write 6 here. Okay. How fast is the tip? We'll call this point as the tip of the shadow moving along the ground when she is 100 feet from the lamp post. So when this distance is 100, right? So when this distance is 100. Okay. So definitely diagram is not to the scale, but okay. Now that is the situation. Now when I say we are given that the student 6 feet tall walks directly away from this at this rate of 8 feet per second. So what is this 8 feet per second given to us? So this is distance. Let's call this distance as x. So at any time, let us say that the student is x feet away. In that case, dx dt is a change in position of the student from the wall. That is given to us as 8 feet per second, right? And what is this portion? We can call this as y. We'll say let y be length of shadow. Correct? In that case, tip of shadow will be what? Let's call this as z, which will be x plus y. So from the wall, z is the tip of shadow. So I hope these points are absolutely clear, right? So we have the right scenario in mind. Now we need to really find what? We need to find what is dz over dt. That is what we need to find. Perfect. So what we can do here is, since we have two similar triangles, we can always relate them. So we could write this as 18 over total length, which is x plus y, is equal to 6 over y, right? It's a smaller triangle. We can simplify this, dividing both by 6. We could write this as 3 divided by x plus y equals to 1 over y. Now cross multiply. So we get 3y equals to x plus y. Bringing y this side, we get 3y minus y equals to x. 2y equals to x. So we have a very simple equation now. So at this stage, we can differentiate with respect to time. So we get 2 dy dt equals to dx dt. You can see this is independent of distance, right? So at any distance, at any point, this rate of change is going to be similar, right? Same. Okay. Now from here, we can find dy dt, but that is not what we need, right? Remember that part. So dy dt is half of dx dt. We got one relation. Okay, so let's move on. and now get closer to our answer. So we can first get dy dt, which is independent of this distance, but is directly proportional to dx dt, which is 8. So we get this as 8 divided by 2 as 4, right, feet per second. So we get dy dt. But we want dz dt, so we know z is equals to x plus y, tip of the shadows. So rate of change of tip of the shadow with time is sum of rate of change of the distance from the wall, that means rate of walking, plus rate of shadow length. Do you understand this part, right? Which is dx dt is given to us. Let me highlight this. What is given? Dx dt is given to us 8. So we get that as 8. And dy dt we just calculated, which is right here, plus 4. So the answer is what? You have to add them both. Perfect. You have to add them both to get the right solution. So here we get 12, which is option C. So this is a very important question. You have all these numbers here, 4, 8, 12, and 16. So it's kind of difficult to get the right answer. And therefore, you see this question in many important multiple choice test papers, which may include admission to places like IITs and very good institutes. But I hope now the concept is absolutely clear. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. If you really like and subscribe to my videos, then it'll be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.